Today's verdict acknowledges the fact that, but for errors, our little girl Mary Kate would be here with us today. All we can hope for now is that her little life will be a game changer in making all maternity services in the country safe.
Amy, how do you feel about having heard all the time in the inquest that if Mary Kate had been born that day, she would have been born alive?
Can you answer? Because I can't.
Yeah, it's heart-wrenching. We at the beginning, Amy thought like she had kind of done something wrong, and as time went on, we blamed other things, and then eventually to find out this, it makes it so much harder. It compounds the pain of knowing that we were so close to having a family, that we were always striving to get to.
Do you think lessons were learned from the experiences of other parents, and were you surprised when you learned from the primetime programme what had happened?
No. They had months and years to learn from lessons and implemented none of them. It just proves that the services are inadequate to learn from these processes and put decent processes in place. The recommendations have been made time and time and time again, but to no avail. They have to change that. We have to believe that they change that. Our little girl's, I can't say life, but our little girl's death has to mean something. It has to make a difference, and that no one else goes through what we've had to go through for the last 17 months to get to this today. And that's it. I think the nation has had enough.
You're still grieving your beautiful little girl. How difficult has it been, even whilst dealing with this grief, to have to bring this case and to go this far into it?
I don't think any grieving family should have to go down the legal route to get the answers. There should be open and honest disclosure from the very start. We had a meeting, we had to go to Portlaoise Hospital for a meeting December last year, and we wanted the truth then. We thought we got the truth, and that was it. We were walking away. That's all we wanted to know, that failures had been recognised and recommendations were being put in place. It would never happen again, and we walked away. And but for Prime Time and Roisin and Mark Malloy, we would know the truth. And we've had to come down the legal route, going through an inquest, the trauma going through an inquest to get the truth from all concerned. It's
made the grieving of our little girl so much more difficult. You know, like to put all these different doubts, and just to wait 17 months, like we just really practically start our grieving process again. But at least today is a chapter closed. Unfortunately, it was a very hard chapter to close, but at least now we can put today and what we've learned, and hopefully they will learn from it accordingly. It's like open and honesty is what is deserved of patients. They're entitled to it. It's our lives. It wouldn't just make it so much easier for us to grieve, so much easier to get over it. And like if mistakes are made, and we know from the beginning, it would make it so much easier. And obviously the lessons would have to be learned. But as I said, they're not. They haven't been learned. There's 4 other babies before us.
Amy, you spoke of the joy of Christmas 2 years ago, when you got the great news and you celebrated with your family. You're facing into Christmas now. Is that going to be very difficult to you, or will Christmas ever be the same again?
Well, there's no Santa Claus coming to our house this year, sadly, but I mean, today, because of the verdict and because the inquest is finished, we can have some closure. Know that the truth is out there, that those doctors, the midwife and the doctor, they told the truth, they held their hands up, and they're accountable, and we can just draw a line and we can try to move on with our lives.